Welcome to the Impossible Game Show. Can you win? Your job is to make a physician schedule, a resident physician schedule in the hospital. You have to make sure you have 24/7, 365-day coverage in all these units every single month for the entire year. I'm going to teach you how to do it, and together we're going to unravel how impossibly insane all of residency is. Ready? Let's go. I'm going to use pediatrics as the example because that's what I am, a pediatrician, and also because in pediatrics, we take care of 4 age groups: preemie, newborn, child, and adolescent. So as you see here, we take care of the newborn nursery, the NICU, the floor, the step-down unit, which is in between that and the PICU, which is a different kind of ICU than the NICU, fun. And then the ED, where everyone's coming in all the time, the clinic outpatient, and the adolescent clinic, which you're like, what is the difference? It's just for teenagers exclusively. Some specialty clinics and rounding on the floor, as well as those on electives. There are some more here that are going to come and surprise us in a little bit. So let's go through the monthly schedule. Are you ready? And then at the end, I'm going to tell you about some ACGME rules that are very soft rules because everyone's in violation of them all the time. Boom, so let's start off with January. In January, you're going to work Monday through Thursday, and typically in pediatrics training, you have a 12-hour shift every single day, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So 12 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours, and this is where it gets so fun. Ready? The Friday, Saturday, Sunday of residency training is wacko. Because on Friday, you work your 12 hours, and then you're like, I'm done, I have the weekend off, yay! No. What happens is you then come in on Saturday for a 24-hour shift. And then you're off on Sunday. But when you're off on Sunday, you're not actually off. Because what happens? On Saturday, you actually come in at 7 a.m. That's your grace period. You get an extra hour to sleep in. But you're working until the next day at 7 a.m. You don't finish until 7 a.m. Also, this is not including sign-out time, writing your notes, traveling to and from the hospital. It's literally what's documented on paper. Just work with me here. This is why it's so funny. You leave at 7 a.m. on Sunday, and you come back 6 a.m. on Monday, which is 23 hours. But you need 1 day off per week per ACGME. They're the police people, and they don't actually care, because if they cared, they would fix these problems. So they say you need 24 hours off every week. But you can't have 24 hours off when the schedule tells you to work 23. So if you log that in the system, you're going to be called in for a professionalism meeting, and they're going to say, why is it that you are not able to manage your time appropriately? We're going to put you on a professionalism remediation course. And you say, I'm just documenting the hours you told me to work. At this time, you're in the weeds right now. At this time, we're not looking for details. And also what we're looking at right now is how you receive feedback. Professionalism is also how you receive feedback. And you're like, but I'm trying to say that you're making me work 23. We don't want to hear the details. Do you not want to hear them because you know you're wrong? Or you're inept? Got it. You're back on Monday. And remember I said Monday through Thursday is 12-hour shifts. So 12, 12, 12, 12. And then on Friday, you're like, okay, Friday I work 12. No, not this week, baby girl. This week, you're going to do a 24-hour shift on Friday. Oh, fun. So you actually leave the next day at 7, which means this is actually not a 24-hour shift. It's a 25-hour shift. And the reason why that's important is because you think you're off Saturday and Sunday. No. You come back on Sunday for a 12-hour shift from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you leave at 7 p.m. on this day, and you're back the next day at 6 a.m. So when have we had a full 24 hours off? ACGME's official rule, if you look it up, I did because I was on the Residency Quality Improvement Committee, and I was telling people how to improve the residency, and no one wanted to listen, so I said, this is not a real committee. It says that we recommend that a resident has 24 hours off, meaning that they get home, sleep, wake up in their own bed, and starting that morning, they have a full 24 hours off. And then at the bottom, there's an asterisk that says, but at this time, we understand if hospitals are not able to do it because they just want to abuse their residents. But we just don't. It's not a policy if it's actually going to be broken. Pick one. And every hospital is going to be like, it is an inopportune time. I mean, inopportune is a wild thing for a hospital to say, given that Libby Zion, you heard of her? We talked about her in a previous video. She died because of overworked residents. Libby Zion, a teenager, died because of overworked residents. And then the hospital was like, at this time, it would be inopportune to give residents a break. And then her father fought, and then that's why we have ACGME's other rule, which is you're allowed to work 80 hours per week, averaged over 4 weeks. That one's really interesting. It's going to come back to bite us in the buki. Ready? Buki. All right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Friday, you do work at 12. And hooray, hip huzzah, ACGME heard us and they came in and advocated. You actually do get this day off. But I'm going to put off in air quotes because it's not actually off. Why? Because the only day that you have off is to shock your system because you're coming back in on Sunday to start night shift. You've been working days for weeks. The only day you're off is to say, now I'm a night shift person. And then you work your whole week of nights. Nights, and then you work until 6 a.m. in the morning. Are you done? No, because that's when you have academic half day. That's when you're going to go sit in lectures after your body is literally decrepit. You are not here. You are delulu. But you stay until 12 p.m. Just because we just want to make sure you got your education. What education? What am I going to be able to retain after all this? Then you go home at 12, you collapse Friday, you're collapsed Saturday, and then Sunday is your actual only day that you could do something with your life. But no, you can't actually. Because while you would like to go to groceries or see mom and pop or go for a walk or just breathe, you have to prepare to restart the whole thing because the next day you're going to a new block to do something else with brand new people you've never met before, and everyone's going to be mad at you for not already knowing everything. So you have to spend your whole day preparing and learning where you're showing up that you would tell us when you're on a unit and you're about to start in a different place. Find some time to go to the ED and orient yourself. Orient yourself? When? At what point am I going to walk to the PICU and just be like, hi everybody, amidst your chaotic day where you're saving lives, can someone show me where the oxygen is?